Hey, this is Ari, and in this video, I want to share a little clip from a recent podcast I did with Marjorie Wildcraft on why you should be growing your own food. So check this clip out. And also, if you enjoy this, if you're interested in this topic, click the link below this video to listen to the full episode. I highly recommend it. I think you're going to get a lot of value from it. So enjoy.
And the second part of your question was, why now? Why is this relevant more than ever if you weren't going to do this for your health? By the way, my health is one of my top 5 values in life. And I think that everybody should be, because that ultimately is your best source of wealth, is your health, right? Doesn't matter how many billions of dollars you are. You've got to have an IV on your arm and be dragging that around in an oxygen tank, right? Your health is way more important than anything else. But of the top 10 food producing countries in the world, and that would be like China, the United States, India, Russia, Brazil, all the way down to like number 10, I think, is Germany. Only 2 of those countries are net exporters of food, and that's the United States and Germany. Last year, in 2021, China bought up half of the entire world's grain supply. And that is up from, say, 2019. They used to buy about 10% of the world's grain output. Last year, they bought half of it. They are stockpiling grain like you won't believe. And if you've heard about the shipping container shortage, and the price of shipping containers has gone up, 5 times, it's because when you buy half of the world's grain supply, where do you store it? They don't have that many silos. So they're just keeping it in the containers that they got it from and stacking those up in all kinds of places. Of course, and their ports are now completely clogged up because they got ships full of grain, right? And so if you're wondering why we have a supply chain crisis, a part of it is because China has just bought up half of the world's grain supply. In the United States, we haven't had any problems yet. We are a net exporter of food. I would not call it food. It's GMO stuff. But India, even middle-class Indians are lining up at food banks. Brazil is deeply, deeply concerned about famine. They're starting to have food riots. All of the major countries are just global production has been down for several years, and we're having crazy weather. I know most of us don't think about agricultural global production, but it's when everything is gone on the planet and every country starts hoarding it, it becomes a problem. There's also export controls. Even before the Russian-Ukraine thing, I think Russia and Ukraine provide a huge amount of wheat. That's all shut down. Vietnam has shut down exports of rice. Although all these different countries have shut down exports because they're saying, we got to hold this for our own people. So it is really bad out there, and you've seen it already. I mean, you've already seen prices going up. Meat has gone up incredibly, vegetables, grains, everything. And there's no like getting back to normal in this one. I don't think, I haven't seen anybody talking about that. All they're talking about is like, can we slow down the breaking of this supply chain crisis? So,
Hey, this is Ari. I hope you enjoyed this video. And one more thing before you go. Actually, 2 more things. One is, if you enjoyed this particular little clip, the link to the full-length podcast is in the description down below. So make sure to check that out. Also, one more thing. Let me ask you a question. What if I could show you how to double your energy levels and dramatically improve your brain function, reducing your anxiety and depression to a degree on par with antidepressant drugs, but without the side effects? Sound pretty interesting? Well, there are, in fact, numerous compounds that can do this, that have been shown to do this. And I'll take you through just a few of these very briefly. One of them is rhodiola rosea. And this has been shown in studies, rhodiola rosea extract in people with stress-related fatigue and exhaustion to cut their levels of fatigue and brain fog in half in less than a month. just this one compound. There's another compound in my formula Energenesis called NT factor phospholipids that's been shown to help repair mitochondrial membranes and mitochondrial health to the level of healthy 29-year-olds, taking people with deteriorated mitochondria who are over the age of 65, restoring it to the level of healthy 29-year-olds. And that has been shown in numerous studies in various types of chronic fatigue, aging-associated chronic fatigue, obesity-related chronic fatigue syndrome, to increase energy levels by 30 to 45% in the span of 4 to 12 weeks, depending on the specific study. So dramatic improvements in a very, very short period of time. Two more compounds that are amazing, I highly recommend, that are in my formula Ultra Brain, along with Rhodiola rosea. Saffron extract. This has been shown to increase levels of, improve your mood, I should say, and decrease levels of depression on par with fluoxetine, which is Prozac. And not only that, but with fewer side effects. It's much safer and much less likely to cause negative effects than antidepressant drugs are. Acetyl L-carnitine is another compound that's been shown to dramatically improve brain health in older adults. It also improves energy levels in older adults with chronic fatigue by between 40 to 50% in just the span of 2 to 4 months. And the last thing I'll mention here is acetyl L-carnitine has also been compared to antidepressant drugs and been shown, like saffron, to be as effective as antidepressant drugs in combating depression, but without the harmful side effects that so often occur with the drugs. So this is just a small sampling of the over 35 compounds that are in my formulas Energenesis and Ultra Brain that are all proven to dramatically improve energy levels, mitochondrial health, and brain health, and much, much more. And I highly recommend that you go check these out. If you're struggling with depression or anxiety or brain fog, if you're struggling with stress-related exhaustion and burnout, if you're struggling with chronic fatigue, go check out these formulas, give them a shot. I promise you are going to be blown away by the results. And like I said, the science has already proven that these things work. So you don't have to just take my word for it. There's lots of research to support that, and I'll even link to some of that research down below so you can verify everything that I just said for yourself. So the links to those studies will be in the description for this video down below. So check them out. Check out the formulas on theenergyblueprint.com. Again, Energenesis is the mitochondrial formula, and Ultra Brain is our brain formula. Check them out, try them out, and I think you're going to be blown away by the results. Thanks so much, and I'll talk to you again soon.